Hi, I'm Paul Pasolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center at ivymasters.com. And today we're going to look at Test 4, Section 4, number 36, which reads, in the figure above, circle O has radius 10, and the length of arc AB, shown in bold, is between 5 and 6. What is one possible integer value of x? So first off, I get students all the time in their practice, they don't put an answer for an open-ended question that they don't know. Put an answer in your practice for the open-ended question that you don't know. You want to get in good habits so it's second nature on test day. Second thing, actually the reason for that is because there's several integer values here, and if it does not say figure not drawn to scale, it is drawn to scale, and you can trust the figure. But even for a question like this, put down what it looks like, and you may surprise yourself and guess correctly. So how do we do it? Well, there's ratios that you'll see on SAT, which the one that's helpful here is degree measure over 360 equals arc length over circumference. And what does this also equal? It also equals the area of the sector over the area of the circle. It also equals the radians over 2 pi, but we're going to look at this one. You should know those ratios because they come up on SAT. Our degree measure here is x, that's what we're looking for, over 360. And the arc length, it says it's between 5 and 6. So I'm going to put 5 here over, and then x over 360 equals 6. We're going to find all possible integer values. If you were doing this on your own test day under time conditions, I would just put a 5.5 there, solve the degree measure, and then pick whichever degree measure is closest, so you're only going through it once. But for the sake of instruction, we're going to show the full range of answers, which is also why you should guess, because more answers, you have a better chance of guessing correctly. So we don't know the circumference, but anytime we have the radius, we could figure out the circumference. What's the formula for circumference? Circumference equals 2 pi r. What's your radius here? It says that it is 10, and I should actually mark this out. You should label your stuff. So times 10, and so then you know the circumference equals 20 pi. So I'm going to put that 20 pi for the circumference here, 20 pi for the circumference there. And then you could always cross multiply and set equal in order to solve these. Another way you could look at it, which students did back in the day but don't do so often anymore. Notice if I multiply 20 by 18, then I wind up with 360, which we're going to see how that would work. So in other words, 5 times 18, but we have the pi to deal with there. So ordinarily that would be helpful as well. So cross multiplying and setting equal, what I'm going to do is this is going to be 5 times 360 equals 20 pi x. So I'm going to write it here. 5 times 360 equals 20 pi x. And we'll take out our calculator over here. And we get 1800 equals 20 pi x. And then if we divide both sides by 20 pi, what we get is, whoops. We'll do this, divide it by 20. And then we'll also divide it by pi. So on my wonky calculator over here, I don't have a pi button, so I'm just going to divide it by 3.14. And you wind up with, we'll just round it off to 1 decimal, 28.6. Okay, so that's one of them. So let's see the other one. If I multiplied 360 by 6, let's see what we get. We get 2160 equals 20 pi x. Now we're going to take that 2160, we're going to divide it by 20, and then divide it by our 3.14. And we wind up with 34.4. Notice your range of values here. So if you bubble in 29 or 30 or 31 or 32 or 33 or 34, you'll be marked correct. That's also why it says what's one possible integer value of x. So don't bubble in a decimal there. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You could share it with someone who has trouble with these circle questions. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. And click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day.